welcome back to another episode of FIFA 16 PSG Career Mode Season 4. I cannot believe we have come all this way. And guys, we've made it to Season 4. You know what I mean? We haven't been fired yet, so that's a good sign. And I'm still enjoying this career mode, guys. Forgive me if I don't sound as enthusiastic as I normally do. I am extremely tired. I was up really late last night. With my girlfriend being away on her hen do, I have missed her terribly, and it's affected my mood a little bit. But don't worry, I'm not going to be all doom and gloom and misery guts to you guys. We are, however, going to cheer myself up with a bit of FIFA content. So, to all my non-existent fans and future viewers, let's sit back, get our feet up, grab some popcorn, grab a snack, grab a drink, and chill out and have some fun. So before we get into anything, one of the first things I wanted to do was run by my rules, because I was going through my YouTube channel and I wanted to edit some of my previous videos, and I just couldn't do it. I got way too bored, and I said to myself, nope, you are not going to start Season 4 until you edit every single one of your previous videos for FIFA 16. But guys, it's just so long. Like, I'm so glad I don't do this full time, because I probably would have lost my nut at the, seriously, I would have lost my mind. You know, I don't have a lot of patience. I'm not a very patient guy. And just to even do those little simple edits, I kind of can't manage. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just who I am, you know? If I had my own little personal editor with, you know, the correct settings, you know, I don't know. Guys, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm a bit of... I really feel like stopping this video. I really feel like stopping this video because it sounds like a really ridiculous introduction. Do you know what? Fuck everything. Let's just go through the rules. Rule number 1, I do not use the trainer feature. I am very old-fashioned and I love to watch my players grow naturally. Rule number 2, I'm doing this as I go along, guys. It's not scripted. It's all live. So if I get tongue twisted or forget what I'm going to say, then yeah, this is the worst video ever. Right. Second rule. In my global transfer network at this point, I only hire 5-star experienced and 5-star judgment scouts. Simply because PSG are a 5-star team. They are one of the greatest teams in the world and one of the richest. It goes without saying that they deserve only the best. So all these scouts I have 5-star experience and 5-star judgment. I've laid out my 2 instructions, but as we are talking about the rules and policies of my gameplay, we are not going to talk about the instructions. Nothing there. Okay, my third and obvious rule is if a player reaches the age of 35 and he doesn't have an overall of 88 and above, I send him on his way. I terminate his contract. I sell him. I don't want them to be a part of my squad anymore. There's no reason to. There's no reason for that. I just find it a little bit. It makes my game a little bit more fun to play, and it doesn't mean that I get my total amount of players in my squad filled up. As you can see at the moment, I've got 46 players with 52 slots. So if I keep players that are 35 and over, and they have no worth whatsoever, they just got a couple of traits and specialities remaining, and maybe they're still good out on the pitch. You know, I'm not going to have any space to bring in any new players, so that's just one of my rules. I don't know why I chose the numbers 35 and 88. Maybe I can change that in another career mode. We're just going to have to see. And I know I've been saying for a long time that I will start a new career mode very soon. But guys, I'm not finished with this one yet, and I feel like if I move on to another career mode, I'm not going to come back to this one, and that will be extremely upsetting. So that is another rule of mine. My fourth rule is if you are under 70 overall, you are not eligible to play in the second or the first squad. So all these players above Augustine will not be allowed in the second or first team. For the first team, you have to have an overall rating of 80 and above. So anybody above Rugani is not allowed to start in the first squad or have a permanent position. They will play there from time to time because of injuries or someone's been red carded or they're on international duty. So, you know, I have to fill in that spot. So these players are likely to fill in their shoes. So, you know, that's the case right there. What else do I do? I think I'm starting to create a new rule in contracts where if you're in the first team, I think about 75% of the time I offer you a squad role if you want me to renew your contract. But if you're in the second team or not even in the team at all, I never offer a squad role unless they ask for it. I might just apply that rule here and now to all of my team members unless I absolutely love them to pieces. I'm not going to offer a squad role to any player that comes to join this club unless it's absolutely necessary. Even if it means renewing their contract as well. I only give them a squad role when they ask for it. The reason why I do that is so they don't give me any stick throughout the season saying, look, you made me an important first team player and I'm not getting the game time that I deserve. I don't want that. That is a pure ball ache. And yeah, basically, I just want to move on. So another rule of mine now is that I do my episode in months now. Now, months like July and August and January can be quite lengthy. And I want to stop making my episodes huge chunks. So what I'm going to do from now on is basically if an episode is going on for far too long, such as about 45 minutes. If it reaches 45 minutes, then I'm gonna put it into a second part. Even if it means that the second part is only gonna be like 2 minutes or 5 minutes, I don't care. I'm gonna put it into a second part. 45 minutes is the limit. It used to be half an hour, and I wanted it to be half an hour, and I used to run my episodes in parts, but I want them to be short seasons in terms of short amount of episodes to make things less stressful for me later on when I have to edit these videos. And I don't have any some super electronic computer with all these amazing programs to, you know, enhance my videos and to change the audio. I mean, I can do that on YouTube, but not to a certain degree like these other famous YouTubers can do. I ain't got some Gatto computer or Predator and where they, you know, not saying they go overboard with their edits and stuff like that, but they really do have a lot of time and patience and can do some wonderful things for their videos. I can't do that. I don't have the patience. I don't have the materials. I don't have the electronics to do that. I'm just an average guy living his normal life and doing this for a hobby. You know, these YouTube videos are for my own personal use and entertainment. And if I make a couple of fans along the way or make some new friends, great. You know, I'm not going to say that I'm making this a priority in my life. You know, it's certainly not a priority. It's just a hobby and I enjoy doing it. So I'm going to continue going on. As I only have 35 minutes left of this episode. So I think that covers all the rules. So, not a lot of rules. And I think I've jabbered on way too long, like I always do. So guys, we are going to move on and get on with the episode. I think the first thing I'm going to show you is the calendar. We have nothing this month, but I'm sure we're going to get invited to a pre-season tournament, which we would be happy to accept. Or do we? No, you know what? We are, because it's a great opportunity to make some money, and I would just love to kick FC Bayern's ass again. Or do we go for a lower league? I think we might go for actually a lower waged, not lower wage. We're gonna go for a tournament with less money. I really need to learn to speak easier for myself, so I don't make myself look like a complete twat, which I do anyway. Okay, so I'm completely. Let's have a look at contracts. That'll be a good idea. Handanovic is going to be departing the club to go to, I believe, Borussia Dortmund. Alright, this season we need to worry about renewing Coutinho's contract. Don't care about Jonas. Don't care about Torre. Don't care about Martinez. And we are going to renew Sule's contract. So come September the 1st, Coutinho and Sule are going to get their contracts renewed. And hopefully they won't give us any hard time. Okay, so youth staff. I've already set up a scouting network. He's on his way to England. So we're going to bring in some English players into our academy for the course of 9 months. If I hire another scout, no one fits the bill. In the academy at the moment, we are still waiting on for Patrice Morpay, who has a potential between 90 and 94 overall. He is a left winger, and his overall is going to be 62. He's going to be a beast of a player, like absolutely phenomenal. But he's not going to be represented as a beast since he's only 4'9". But regardless, based on his potential, I'm going to call him a beast anyway. I mean, he's really short and really he doesn't weigh a lot. I mean, I'm a stone guy myself. I'm not really about the pounds or the ibs or whatever you want to call it. But I'm looking forward to bringing this player into the club, definitely. And then we've got Goujivan, or Jivan. Goujivan. I think we're going to call him Goujivan Andrea Nade. He looks good, but we're not going to sign him because I think we already have my reserve squad. So that is that. And speaking of my reserve squad, I didn't even check out the browse jobs last season. Oh, that's what I should have done. Christ, I knew I forgot something. Okay, so we have a lot of money, as per usual. And we do the budget split of 90 and 10. That leaves us with 166 million transfer budget and 356,000 wage budget. So a very nice amount of money. Global Transfer Network, I've got my 5 scouts that have been sent to England, Spain, France, Germany and Italy to look for some world-class players in between the ages of 16 and 34 with contracts remaining 0 to 5. I don't care. I just want to know who is a world-class player and whether or not I should keep a keen eye on him. It's come to the point in the career mode now where I don't really necessarily need to go on websites such as Futhead or Futwiz or SoFifa. I mean, SoFifa I can still look on, you know, in order to find out the positions that different players play. But I don't need to use those other 2 websites because it's getting to that point where, you know, they're not going to be entirely accurate. It would only give me a brief idea of where a player stood almost 1 to 3 years ago. So we're in our 4th year, and we are also going to be looking for the usual first-team quality players who are between 16 and 34 with a contract remaining of 1 year and less. So same instructions, same instruction with a new one. Transfer negotiations is all blank now that it's a new season. I have added these players into my shortlist because they were on my scout reports from last season. Stefan Rufia, who plays for FC Bayern, he has a contract expiring in 12 months. I understand he's a quality goalkeeper, so we may sign him to make some money off of him. Manuel Neuer, guys, is got a contract expiring in 12 months, and I'm going to tell you right here, right now, January, he is going to be the first person I sign, despite the fact he's 32 years old. Juan Carlos also looks amazing. He's one of the world's best, and any player that has on their status one of the world's best stays on my shortlist. I like to keep an eye on him. 30 years old, 90 overall. This guy looks awesome. He looks like a real deal here. We've got Ralph Farman, another goalkeeper whose contract is expiring in 12 months. Maybe another player to bring in order to make some money. Laporte, his contract expires in 12 months. Definitely a player I'm going to sign, or at least attempt to sign in January. We are literally taking so many of FC Bayern's players, just trying to cripple them little by little. Diego Godin from Atletico Madrid, someone I need to consider grabbing in January. Sergio Busquets, one of the world's best, want to keep an eye on him. Gareth Bale, one of the world's best. Cesc Fabregas, I definitely want to consider grabbing in January. He is a superb midfielder and would be a valuable addition to my squad. Ivan Rakitic, maybe we can consider bringing him forward into the club in order to make some money off of him. Isco, definitely someone I want to grab in January. 26 years of age, 86 overall, has still got plenty of fire left inside of him, and will be a great opportunity to just cripple Real Madrid in that cam position. David Silva, 32 years old, someone who I can definitely grab in January to make tons of money off of. I mean, look at his value, $51,500,000. That would be definitely an interesting signing. And then once again, Barcelona have renewed Lionel Messi's contract for another 12 months. So we'll attempt to try and persuade him to join PSG again in January, but it's probably going to be a lost cause, boys. We might go for the 5 million wage, but not give him the 5 years. I think that's the reason why he won't come over. I'm not sure. We'll give him the 20% and a crucial first team player spot. We're not going to give up. Definitely not going to give up. And then there's Luis Suarez, who also has a contract expiring in 12 months, so who we would definitely be signing him for free. Danny Welbeck, former Manchester United player, one who I really regret going to Arsenal. I may consider bringing him forward into the club. He could prove to be valuable, but I think I'm just being biased towards him because he was born and bred in Man U. And that is it, guys. So we're going to have yet another interesting season with loads of buys come January. So I'm trying to look to save as much money as possible. But I am going to warn you in advance, if there's any club who has the audacity to try to grab any of my shortlisted players, then I am going to buy them off of their hands so I don't miss out in a profit. It all depends, really. So we're just going to have to see what happens. We do have Jesper joining us today. How's it going, Jesper? He wants me to buy Martial. I would love to buy Martial, but I don't need him, Jesper. As you can see, in my second squad... no, that's my third squad. We have Ben Yedder and Beabek up front, so we don't need Martial unless he can play in that cam position. But we're definitely going to have to consider swapping the squad around a little bit because there are players from the lower teams in my actual team who have reached the 80 overall mark and deserve to be in the first squad. So maybe there's going to be loads of players loaned out. But guys, we've got some world-class players coming in on pre-contracts and I can't wait to show them to you. But we need a plan and we need to talk because
The only way we're going to have to sort out my team is when those pre-contracts come through. So I'm guessing... I'm guessing we should... sort out the squads now. And perhaps... just re-sort them out when my pre-contracts come through. This is my third squad, guys. Now, I'm doing something a little new for this season. In this team, please ignore Benzema, Silva, and Alves. This is my youth squad. This is known as the reserve squad. And the only reason why I've made this squad is because I wanted to test something. These guys are only going to be playing in the Coupe de Ligue games. And I want to see if they can reach to the finals and win the Coupe de Ligue Cup. And I know what you're thinking. Why the hell would you want to put very low-rated players through a competition where they're just going to get slaughtered? I think the Coupe de Ligue I don't want to really take seriously anymore, guys. It's like the Capital One Cup in England. So it's not a very valuable trophy, but nonetheless, it is a trophy. So I'm going to give these young players, these lower-rated players, a chance to shine. And they only get to play the Coupe de Ligue games, nothing else. So they are going to be sitting around a lot and training at our headquarters and building a name for themselves. But I am missing out on 3 players. I need another striker. I mean... Niakate is not even a striker, he's a right winger. But I was desperate, so I thought I needed to sign him. My only option really is what I could do is go straight to my youth academy, sign Nade, who is also a right winger, and hope that he plays a different position. But I cannot be too sure. So I think my only option is to go into the free agents and look for players without a face who I reckon would be suitable to join my third team. So I'm going to need a goalkeeper, a centre-back, and a left striker. So Niakate, I might just sell him because, you know, I only signed him because I was worried I wasn't going to have, you know, a striker. I mean, I can always look for a left winger. I mean, that's why I needed this guy, you know, in my academy. The one who's not eligible because he's only 15 years old. I need him so badly. So badly. So he can join up front alongside Niakate. So I'm going to hold off for the left winger, but just pursue a goalkeeper and a centre-back. So I need 2 players. 2 players in who are young, lower rated, that will fit the third team. I don't want to put a 80 overall player or even the 70s overall player. I mean, if this player's young and he's not, and he is a generated player, and he happens to be 70 overall, then fine. I guess I could fit him into the club. But let's check out the free agents for now. You know, let's look for a goalkeeper. Any nationality, any league. I mean, I suppose the league and teams doesn't matter. Any country. I don't want an older player. So let's do between 16 and 19. 16 and 19, I think, will fit the bill. Let's have a search. So we got these players. Argentina, Scotland, Argentina, English. Argentina, Brazilian, Croatian, I think. I would have liked to have gone for a French goalkeeper, but I'm guessing not. So what I'm looking at is the summary, I suppose. It's only showing me athleticism and goalkeeping, so we could do it based on that. So, not good. Not good. That's okay. Not good. No, no, no. I think our best bet would be to gamble on this guy right here, Christian Echeverria. I think that's how you pronounce his name. Echeverria. 6'3". I mean, height would be important. We only looked at summary, so why don't we have a look at height now? 6'5" for Facundo Coleman. 6'2", 6'3", 6'4". I mean, so based in a height competition, Facundo wins. Based on summary skills, I guess Echeverria wins. What about these traits? What about strength? I mean, strength wouldn't matter when you're in goal. We should really just look at the goalkeeping, guys. Let's do this properly and look at the goalkeeping. So this guy, though he's tall, his goalkeeping attributes does not look good at all. In fact, it looks pretty poor. Ryan Diamond, I love his name. They're all probably going to be poor players. Now, Christian Echeverria looks decent. I mean, he's probably our best bet. Brett Hugill, not so good. Gonzalo Martinez, not so good. Alan Marin, sorry, not so good. Ramos dos Santos, not so good. So I'm thinking Echeverria is definitely the catch. So let's offer him a contract. Staff busy, cannot assign to Christian. I want to approach the side. He would like 4 years and 5 grand. Wow. He wants a lot of money. He wants a lot of money. Right, if you're asking for 4 years and 5 grand, I want, I want 5 years. I don't want to necessarily pay a crap goalkeeper 5 grand. I mean, or is that me just being stingy? We can afford it. Shall we try 2,500? 2,500. And if he doesn't accept it, I guess we could go for the 5 grand. Let's see what he says. But then that'll be our goalkeeper. So now we need to look for a defender. So let's go back to here. Free agents. You are going to be a defender in the centre-back position between the ages 16 and 19. Let's have a look. So quite a few players. So what we are looking for is height, strength, and pace. So I'm going with the famous YouTuber Simpsy's advice. So I'm guessing we should just keep it on here, really, because we need to look at acceleration and, well, sprint speed, really, his strength, and then his height. So, okay. He's quite young as well. His jumping's pretty good. Or okay, more or less. So, he's got good strength. Or okay strength and okay sprint speed. But he's not tall. Oh, wow. He's looking pretty decent. Wow. This guy looks really decent. Jesus. Oh, Jesus. This guy looks awesome. And he's English. Holy cow. We definitely should sign him. Dale Wilson, 19 years old, 6 foot from England. Yeah, I'm going for this one. Mate, he looks pretty awesome. He wants 45,000 though, he can do one. Wow. Okay. So, I wanted to be a future first team player. 5 years. 40... What about 25... No, 20,000... What about 22,000? $22,250. That's a lot of money for a bloody youth player, but he's got some mad potential, so I hope he goes for it. If not, we'll just pay it. You know, we're kind of desperate at the moment, so we can't be picky at this point.
And that'll be it, guys. So we've pursued our 2 youth players. So that covers that. What really bugs me, guys, is the fact when I go to my default squad, then there's the third team, then the second team. It's kind of annoying, so maybe I need to go left. Boom, boom, yeah, we'll just go left. Okay. So I've gone over, I'll tell you what, time flies by when you're doing these videos. Now that the third squad is done, do you know what? I'm thinking of getting the contracts done now, you know, with Caltino and Sule. No, September. That's my rule. September. Stick with it! Okay, let's look at the sell players. Now, we've got a bit of a situation here because Alves is retiring at his contract end. So he's retiring at the end of the season. His contract expires in 12 months. He is transfer listed. We can't do any actions with this player. So I'm thinking he's going to have to just sit on the benches and rot away. He's not going to get a chance to play at all. Same with Yaya Toure. I mean, his contract expires in 12 months. He's transfer listed. Oh, but he's not retiring, so that's cool. We're still going to sell him, though. Absolutely. Danny is retiring. So, luckily, we transfer listed him. But he's going to be, yet again, sitting on the sidelines. Robben, he's got 1 more year left. 1 more year left and fighting strong at 90 overall. One of the world's best. Love this dude. And it only cost me 16 million to release him from his contract. The amount of people that will be going for him will be ridiculous. Jonas, we're definitely trying to sell. We really, really want to sell him this transfer window. We've got a new spectator known as Joseph Gaming, and he says, hey dude, how's it going? I'm Milzosaurus, welcome to FIFA 16 PSG Career Mode Season 4. I'm just going through my squad at the moment, deciding who I'm selling, who I'm keeping, who I'm loaning. So just sit back, get your feet up, grab some popcorn, grab yourself a drink, and hope you enjoy the show. If not, I'm not going to stop you from leaving. So, yeah, let's continue. Huntelaar's also retiring, but he's still on loan at Toulouse, so we can't put him on the transfer list. We can't do anything, so he's probably just going to be sitting on the sidelines all season as well. A very miserable striker we're going to have there. Schneider, it's time for him to go. He's been brilliant in the squad, and it kills me to see him go, but there's just not enough room for him, especially with the amount of players I've got. And he deserves to be in a team that gives him enough respect to put him in the first squad so he can play more. You know, it's that simple. So I've transfer listed him. Then we've got my boy Thiago Silva. I'm keeping him, definitely. He's still got 2 seasons remaining. He is my captain. And then we've got one of my phenomenal goalkeepers. He is my first goalkeeper, and I do plan to keep him along. We've gone through the age. No, we're just going to keep on going like this. Handanovic has been transfer listed, but he's going to leave us very soon. Mertesacker has been transfer listed. I do want to sell him this summer. Matuidi, keep. Coentrao, keep. Benzema, keep. Perisic will come and join us soon. I am going to sell him this summer. Martinez, I'm trying to sell. Hummels is apparently not for transfer, and he's still glitched to my squad. I am not going to release him from his contract. I've done that 3 times, and I'm not going to miss out in money. Though, it is a little bit of a glitch, because what I did was I released him from his contract 3 times. I spent money, but then I gained money at the same time because his wages of $190,000 went towards my wage budget. So I just done the split and kind of got my money back. I don't know, I'm not suggesting that this is a glitch that everyone should do because it's really pissing me off and I wanted to leave my flipping list. But yeah, hopefully someone glitches and makes us, makes a buy for him. I'll sell him for anything, I'll sell him for $1 as long as he goes. Ugh. And then we've got Mallow, who I do plan to keep. Stambali, I am going to sell. I definitely want to sell him. It's time for him to go, so when he comes back from his loan spell, I'll sell him off. Ben Yedder staying, Rodriguez staying. Courtois, I've put on loan for 2 years as a tester to see if anybody will go for it. Coutinho is staying, Verratti is staying, Lucas is staying, Areola I want as my second goalkeeper, Bayabek's staying, Pogba will be staying, Marquinhos will be staying, Digne's staying, Brand's staying, Romagnoli's staying, Agenda's staying, Rabiot is staying, Rugani is staying, Sule is staying, Tillemans is staying, Augustine is staying, and then we've just got the rest as my youth squad players. So yeah, don't necessarily know who I'm going to loan out this season. Don't necessarily know who I'm going to buy or who I'm going to loan in. What I do know is that I'm waiting for my pre-contracts to come so I can sort out everybody in my team. So in the meantime, I guess we can wait for a little while, I suppose. There was something I want to show you guys. That's it, I remember. It was my career. So overall, I've just been in the 1 club, and I've only got 2 league titles and 2 domestic cups. I've never won a Continental Cup, and then you can see there my biggest win, my biggest defeats, my record transfer fee, total earnings, and club record. So, come to season 1, we won the Liga. We got to the final of the Coupe Nationale. We got to the final of the Coupe de Ligue. And we got to the round of 16 in Champions Cup. I was manager of the year that year, and I think I only get that if I win the Liga. In the second season, it was a really bad season. I only got to the round of 16 for the Champions Cup. I lost in the round of 32 in the Coupe Nationale, and I was the winner of the Coupe de Ligue. But we didn't win the Liga. So, I definitely wasn't the manager of the year. We only came 3rd. But last season, we got to the semi-finals of the Champions Cup, furthest we've ever been. Got to the semi-finals of the Coupe Nationale, and we also got to the final of the Coupe de Ligue. We lost all 3 trophies, but won the Liga. So that was very good, and I was the manager of the year. So that's the stats at the moment, guys. That's all the information of my career so far. And I think it's time to start simulating day by day of the transfer window. We only got 5 minutes left until this episode is over, so without further ado, let's get started. 2nd of July. The world is simulating and it's taking quite some time, so I'm thinking, ooh, we've been invited for a pre-season tournament. Now, where's FC Bayern? They are in, as usual, the most expensive pre-season tournament, alongside Manchester United, Borussia Dortmund, Chelsea, and 3 other clubs that I do not recognise. I think they're American clubs. But what we are going to do is not even the medium pre-season tournament. We're going to do the easy pre-season tournament. And the reason why I say it's easy is because it's only 4-star difficulty with the lowest potential prize money. I do not recognise any of the clubs on those labels. I do recognise Boca Juniors, and we are going to Argentina. So, the Champions Trophy is what I'm going to aim for. I'm going to keep it simple this season. Last 3 seasons, I always went for the hardest one with the most money. Money is what I definitely want to try and make. But, guys, I forgot to show you all the emails that I've already read before I got into the season. So I've got my season budget, which I've already shown you, so I can delete that. My league objective is to win the Liga, as usual. My domestic cup objective is to win the cup, as usual. The board got back to me about my... This is the email where the board got back to me about my domestic cup performance. So you can have a read of that. This is when the board got back to me about my Champions Cup performance. So have a read. And I received a super season email from the board of directors because I won the Liga. So I still managed to keep my job. The boring email of important transfer market information and my scout Ma setting up a scouting network. So that was everything in my archives, but we do have 6 more emails. That's the email, you know, about the Champions Cup trophy, and we're going to go up against, in the group stage, Torino, Boca Juniors and Tigres. So it'll be interesting to see whether we win this pre-season tournament or not. I might not necessarily play my first team all the time. I might literally swap everyone around in each game. Even if I win, I think I should just change the formation, change the tactics, change everything and write it down on a piece of paper so I know which one worked and which one didn't. So, a player has left the club. So I wanted to inform you that Handanovic has left the club, having earlier agreed to sign with Borussia Dortmund upon expiry of his contract. That's absolutely fine. We wish him all the best. And then we've got my pre-contract arrivals. So we have Tevez. We have Modric. We have Neymar. And we have Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, mate, what amazing signings. And then our Champions Cup objective is to win the cup as usual. So they don't really ask for a lot, bastards. So, 2nd of July, we have got the top deals already as Ronaldo, Neymar and Modric. So, all related to me. Looking at the news, so it's nothing interesting really. Talking about the World Cup. We'll definitely check out the FIFA World Cup soon. Yeah, I'm wondering if we could check it out right now. It's probably going to be really slow though, guys, so I do apologise. Coupe de Ligue, Coupe Nationale, Trophy Champ, Liga 1, FIFA World Cup. Oh, cool. So in Group A, I suppose Spain and Italy got through, so Colombia and Greece were knocked out. Group B, France and Uruguay made it. Czech Republic and Canada got knocked out. Netherlands and Chile made it through, so Ireland and New Zealand got knocked out.
Group D, Brazil and Russia made it through, so China, PR and Slovenia were eliminated. Group E, Belgium and Poland made it through, so Cameroon and Wales were knocked out. Group F, Germany and Denmark made it through, so Cote d'Ivoire and the United States were knocked out. Group G, South Africa and Australia made it through, so I'm afraid, guys, England did not make it through the group stages in the World Cup, and neither did Northern Ireland. So that was me saying in a previous episode that that was a bit of an easy group, but it just goes to show that they didn't have a manager like me. Argentina and Switzerland made it through in Group H, with Egypt and Hungary being eliminated. So that is the group stages at the moment. I don't think the table has been put up for the round of 32, is it? I think. I'm not sure if it's a round of 32. But yeah, moving on. It's being slow because I think we're entering the Europa League. So we're just going to wait a little while so it loads up. But I think we're just going to end the episode there, guys, because it's being awfully slow. So I hope you enjoyed the first episode of my FIFA 16 PSG Career Mode Season 4, episode July. And I will see you guys in the next episode of July Part 2. Take care, guys. Have a wonderful morning, and I'll see you next time.